All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to ReeRoles. I am going to be your Dungeon Master Ray, and I get to guide these wonderful people here through a wonderful adventure where we get to see them deal with various enemies and not try and get eaten. But enough about that. We are going to start by introducing these wonderful people, and I think today we are going to start with Earthshaker.
Oh, wow, I get to go first. What's up, y'all? I'm a very small fish in a very large pond. But
Uh-oh.
Hello.
y'all
Wow.
pretty much know me.
Oh.
It's been like 4 games now, 5. It's been a lot.
5.
Y'all know my YouTube. Y'all know my SoundCloud. Y'all know where to find me on Twitch, acting a fool. Next caller. Because I know everybody else got a humongous list.
Next caller.
All right. Then next we are going to go Sir Monolith.
Hey, yes, I'm Sir Monolith on Twitter, or at Sir Monolith. I am pretty much just playing this. Normally playing Kira's game a little earlier in the day today, but we had to call it off for had a few personnel difficulties. People tired, stuff happening, so it happens, but it's fine. You can usually catch us on that one around 12:30. But today, I can't wait to get into it here with Axel on this game and see if we can maybe not die, but I'm not married to living, so it's okay. And also looking forward to another World of Darkness game coming up in the near future here. So keep your eyes tuned for that.
It's best to not have many expectations. Next, Aspen, your turn.
Hi, well, I'm Kira858. I play Aspen, a unique individual that seems to think almost all mortals are weird. You can be able to find most of our content listed at twitch.tv/Kira858, as well as our YouTube channel, The Cookout TTRPGs. We have a wide variety of TTRPG goodness, from Riverwood Academy that's heading towards its season finale, to Reclamation, which is Game of Thrones before season 8, Gods of Color, our bi-weekly demigod campaign. We have Fractured Destiny, which I'm positive is the only campaign dedicated to sextuplets. And then we have A Mistlighted Shadow, which has a little bit of Diablo 3 aspect to it. And there's even more projects that'll be coming up in the near future. So you can keep all of our content, you keep an eye out on all of our content at The Cookout TTRPGs on Twitter and Kira858. And that's me.
Right. And next up, we are going to go Glyza.
Hey, I'm Glyza. I go by they, them pronouns. I'm 5'4" and 1/4. I'm basically 5'5", which is basically 6 feet tall. I am a person of many hats. I'm a podcast host. I'm a writer. I am a streamer. I'm a TTRPG performer. You can find most of the stuff that I do by just checking out at Classical Glyza on Twitter, because I make all of my announcements there. And I'm also occasionally hilarious. But I'm always a delight.
Sure. And last but certainly not least, Melee.
Hi there, everyone. I am Melee Damage. You can stay up to date on everything I'm doing by following me on the socials, which is whatever they are, /Melee Damage. Yeah, lots of interesting stuff happening. My music video is almost done, maybe like a week or 2 out, and it will finally, you will see me start to post lots of cool new stuff about that. So stay on this, look for those things. And yeah, lots of new streams and games coming up. So keep checking that out. Some things I can say and some things I can't, and lots of new stuff. And today I will be playing a new character. I believe they have just found me. And I have been maybe knocked unconscious or something, but I get to meet the group for the first time, and they don't know much about me. So we'll see.
All right,
Okay.
and without further ado, we are going to dive right back in as we find our band of misfits awakening for the next day. And today, you will find that the city is very quickly coming to life, almost like a bear coming out after hibernating. The noises of people moving about and children playing begin to fill the air. You all will gain all the benefits of your long rest. And I ask all of you what you would like to do today.
Reagan's gonna wake up and he's gonna be essentially practicing with his glaive in his backyard.
So Aspen, as we call, normally stays outside of the city because civilization is weird to them. So with the morning uprising, they'll get up from their tree, wipe off the dust from their clothes, and make their way over towards the church, because I believe the church is where we last met that character.
Okay. Sir Monolith and Dewdrop, what about you? Axel and Dewdrop.
This is the morning.
Yeah.
Probably Dewdrop is gonna be at her house. If anyone would be listening outside, you would hear little movements here and there, little things going banging and all of that, and no one can really tell what's going on in that house, and no one has been ever to really been tell what's going on in that house. But that's what you hear if anybody is nearby. But she's at her house.
Reagan just doesn't question it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, as far as as far as as far as actually goes, he's probably get up and meet with the rest of them to talk about the 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 thing about the spiders. See if anybody's interested in hunting some spiders, because we had that that thing that came up at the shop last time that Ursa so graciously reminded me of. So
it's a team game. I got you.
That's right. Well, Ari wasn't here to remember for me, so.
All right. Well, as you prepare and make your way down, you do find that Reagan is finishing up their kind of early morning practice swings and kind of going through the motions. You do not see Dewdrop, though you do get that accompanying sound, so you have a feeling that they are at least awake. And like usual, you don't see Aspen.
Nope. Oh, as in Aspen hasn't gotten to town yet.
Oh no,
Aspen, they are not there.
Yeah, Aspen went straight to the church, but you all don't know that.
Aspen is not at Peril House.
No, yeah. Civilizations. Weird.
Chirp, chirp, chirp.
Mm-hmm. So the trees, the caves.
Yeah. So I mean, if I was heading over to see the rest of them, obviously I'd be going over to Reagan's house, because that's where I usually would be. So I guess I'd probably run up on Reagan doing his.
The door's open. Yeah.
But are you practicing inside today?
No, he's outside, but he keeps his doors open when he's awake.
Okay. So is your practice area in the front yard or on the side? I don't think you're ever established.
Backyard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, backyard.
Okay, so I have to go through the house to get to it. All right, I'll just go through the house. Is Dewdrop there already, or?
Dewdrop is in her own house.
Of course she is.
It's the Minnesota way. It's the Minnesota way.
Minnesota, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shout outs to Minnesota.
I'm from Minnesota, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. May's got a lot to catch up on. Okay.
I was just about to type that in chat.
So I can see all the confusion in her face right now, but it's okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna go get Reagan. Hey Reagan, what are you doing?
Oh, Axel. Hello, friend.
Yeah, you all warmed up? You ready to start the day, or?
I'm
Wait.
all ready to start the day now.
All right. Where's your friend Dewdrop at?
Oh, I am hungry though.
Are you hungry?
Dewdrop is normally in her house. Well, yes, I am. Early in the morning, no breakfast and all. Would you like me to get Dewdrop? I'll do my best.
Yeah, perhaps we should try to round her up. I got a lead on a new job. Might be interesting. She may be interested in. So
I saw that nod, and I didn't wait for your verbal response.
okay.
Reagan will make his way over to Dewdrop's front door.
And we will do the same thing we always do. So we'll just skip that a little bit. And by the power of editing, Dewdrop and Ursa is Dewdrop and Regan.
Ursa
is
ain't
now,
there.
Regan is oh, sorry, Regan. I was thinking about my older brother Ursa. I didn't mean to call you Ursa. You and Ursa have very similar personalities.
That's it. I'm going home.
I am offended. Yo, if I ever start acting like Reagan, y'all need to smack me upside the head. I swear.
I'm sorry. There's nothing wrong with my older brother Ursa from Minnesota. Do you know anybody? Any other brother? Any other Ursa?
Well, Dewdrop, you haven't let me know much about your family tree, but
well, that is one of my closest siblings. I have 15 of them.
You have 15 siblings, Dewdrop?
Yes, my father is a whore.
Reagan just kind of pauses for a second, but then takes it in stride back over to his house.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Axel, I'm here with Dewdrop.
Hello.
What was it you wish to discuss?
Has anybody seen Aspen?
Well, Aspen normally does Aspen things, but no, I haven't seen them this time.
Any idea where Aspen may be?
No, but we did see to that half dragon. Perhaps they went over there.
Good point. Well, I was, when the other day when I went shopping for some crossbows, the storekeep told me about some spiders, or at least a particular item from some dangerous spiders that he would like us to procure. That he might pay us for, or at least help us acquire some new equipment in exchange for. So that might be something to look into. If anybody's interested. I know Dewdrop really likes shiny things. So.
We might need some anti-venoms or antidotes or something like that. Might have a poisonous bite.
Just don't get bit. It's fine.
Just don't get bit. Reagan raises an eyebrow, remembering what combat was like last time. I can't promise you that, friend, but I suppose we should track down Aspen.
Yeah, I think you had a good idea there. Let's go check out the church with the dragon, half dragon or dragonkin or whatever it was.
Of course. Oh, Regan, am I allowed to tell Adriosa about the nameless ones, or do you want me to hang back and wait?
Who is Adriosa?
The half dragon. Have you already forgotten about her?
We know there's a half dragon, but I haven't asked their name. Canonically. Wait, she did before she collapsed. She did.
Oh,
before she collapsed.
I am not one to take notes of things, but I'm pretty sure her name has been told by
canonically slipped Reagan's mind. A lot was going on, Dewdrop.
Ursa's mind.
Oh, that's all good. He had his helmet on. We can say that's canon. Reagan had helmet on. Oh, I forgot that was the name, Dewdrop.
Us Minnesotans have to keep in mind a lot of things. That's why I'm very I remember a lot of things, but I also forget a lot of things. That made no sense, but whatever. That's just the Minnesota way.
Perhaps we should hang back, Dewdrop.
You want me to hang back and not tell her about the nameless ones yet until she gets to know us better?
That's usually the way, Dewdrop.
Ugh, this just takes so long. We need to build up our cult.
Dewdrop, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care, friend.
Fine. I shall care. I mean, of course I care. I'm just saying I shall express the care more.
Be Dewdrop, but just not that much. For if you portray yourself to be someone that you're not, sometimes people can pick up on you not being genuine.
I am the most genuine person you've ever met, Regan.
Most of the time. Regan starts walking towards the church.
Wow.
Regan has
Alright.
seen you lie.
As the three of you make your way through the city, we are going to pull back for just a moment, and we are going to follow someone else who made a similar journey a little bit ago. And Aspen, as you make your way through the city, you find it much busier than it has been over the last few days, as people have begun to come out. You see most of them have begun shedding the larger and thicker cloaks for something a bit more flowy, a bit warmer weather gear. Are you heading straight for the temple, or do you wish to make a stop someplace else?
Oh no, straight for the temple for them. The least amount of time they can spend in this area, the better. Their only preferred spots is really Reagan's spot, if there was an interested area. Outside of that, in and out.
Okay. Then as you make your way further into the city, now you begin to see the kind of taller decorations for the upcoming festival, images of suns kind of cloaked in what looks to be like large white wings are sitting centered on the inner walls as you enter. And as you reach the temple, you find that there are priests and paladins and clerics are beginning to come in and out in droves of all differing races, sizes, some with full weaponry and armory, some seemingly just wearing the clothes that they just kind of came in or just woke up in. And you see they all begin taking out various things from food to different medical supplies and are making their ways throughout the city, kind of passing them out and taking care of the people around you. And as you reach the doors to the Grand Temple, they open, and on the inside, you see a group of people are having a conversation with each other. And standing on the kind of circular platform above them is a figure that you've seen before, but they didn't talk very much to you or really do much of anything. This kind of person wearing this all white armor with the image of two suns on the breastplate. And they seem to just be kind of looking over, and as you enter, they look at you for a moment. It's almost as if they acknowledge or recognize you. They don't say anything.
What does this individual look like?
Very tall and kind of wiry in build, but they have this kind of bronze skin tone with these long white locks that kind of go down their shoulders.
So Avis, gotcha. So Aspen is going to does Aspen know exactly where she was residing at or no?
Yes, you know she was downstairs where they kind of put the people who are a bit more injured than others need to be here more for more time.
So he will cock an eye at the individual through his golden mask, take note of that, and puts that away for a later occurrence. He has other goals to take care of. He can't be distracted. So he's going to remember that, look to see what that is about and approach that in a different time. And currently he's going to head downstairs to locate the person that they found in the cave.
All right. And you are able to retrace your steps pretty quickly, and you find yourself standing just outside of the kind of larger, thicker stone doors. And as you go to open it, the door opens, and the tall, but darker skinned trollkin that you met before is standing there. I was wondering when you and your friends were going to return. Your friend is fine for the most part. They should be taking it easy, but you
And
may
she
go and see her. And he does step out of the way for you.
he nods. He says, "Thank you," and gives a nod in appreciation before making their way inside and walking through the infirmary, smelling the sickness in other areas as inside as I guess individuals are probably recovering and making their way over to Adriosa.
All right, and now that you have fully recovered, would you like to tell us what you look like, Adriana?
She's got very big horns, very dragon-esque. She's wearing very pretty robe. It doesn't. It's not like super fancy, but it's still like you can tell she's kind of like girly. And a long like bluish hair, and she looks confused and kind of like a slightly spaced out. Like she's maybe still just getting back into consciousness.
That makes sense. As Aspen approaches, you see an individual who stands at around 6'2", 6'1", 6'2", a long blue cloak that wraps around their physique, and a golden mask that only reveals their mouth and bright green eyes underneath the mask. There is a leather tunic that's placed on the side of their area on their chest. There's a long bow on their back, as well as a double-sided scimitar. And they have black cargo pants and big boots. Not boots. What you would notice was one, they have gray scales, not gray, sorry, golden scales on the back of their arms, a long golden tail that sticks out the back of their cloak, and huge dragon feet, golden dragon feet. And as they step forward, they look towards you and say, "How are you feeling?"
Oh, you were there. You were one of the people that was I liked you. You were nice. I'm doing okay. I think a little bit wobbly. Still, want to stand up, a little bounce, a little off. I'll get it though. I just have to recalibrate. For some time, maybe some meditation might work. Hmm. Oh, what was your name?
Aspen.
Aspen. I
Hmm.
think I told your friend Adriosa, but you people call me Dio for short.
Theo, it's a pleasure. And they'll extend their hand towards you to shake your hand. And there's a brief smile before they cock their eye curiously towards you and ask, "Why don't you wear a mask?"
Um, oh, well, I'm kind of picky. I like the masks, but I never really found one that like felt very me. Yet, like this with you, with that, perfect. I love this. I love all of this. I love this for you. For me, I don't know what I need. I've seen some. They looked all right. I like the look, but not. Then, some's a little off.
Hmm. And it never felt odd to you to not hide your guys around other, well, around mortals.
Well, I guess thought never really crossed my mind. It would explain the odd looks, though.
Hmm. Yeah,
I
they'll
thought it was
look.
a thing we did for solidarity, but no. Now I'm putting the two and two together. Very smart, not very wise. Sorry.
No, I don't mean to judge. I I'll be honest, you are the first half dragon I've personally met in this location, this city. I come from. Are you originally from here?
That is a storyteller question.
You are
Has
not.
anything been established thus far? So
Yeah, you are not from here. You have come from the Kragan Empire properly. And you know that you are not supposed to tell people exactly where you come from in there, as there are some very specific cultural things, especially due to the unique brand of magic you use. But you are not from the Republic initially.
yeah, no, I'm just passing through. I'm from a far away place.
Hmm. I'm also from a faraway place, and so that's not surprising. I was just curious if perhaps your outlook may be different if you were raised from here. Nevertheless, they'll kind of like sit down on their bed and they'll look towards the side. And as they looked out to the side, you see them slowly start to unhinge two areas from off their mask. And as the unhinges comes off, you just see the mask slowly open up, and they pull back their hood for just a second, just so you could be able to see what they look like, which the others have not seen at all. Aspen's face, and Aspen has long golden horns that comes from their corner all the way down to their back, almost like a giant ram's head. There's your red locks like yours, but a lot more curly and flows all the way down their lower back. Has a brown skin tone and bright green eyes with golden freckles all across their cheeks. They're gorgeous, but they also look relatively young. You would guess even in dragon years, maybe like 18, 19. They're not old at all. And
You're so cool looking. See, that's what I mean. So you have like all this nice like gold and stuff. So you get to like have like this cool like matchy mask that like, totally looks rap, like you're super fierce, and I love it. And that is what I gotta channel. That energy. That's you're serving me face.
well, I'm just more on guard around here. I'm curious. Did you run into similar circumstances where you lived? And they'll kind of look around before placing the mask back on and placing the hood back up on top of their head.
Like having to like hide kind of thing.
Well, for where we resided, my family and we were constantly bombarded by individuals claiming to be adventurers, mercenaries, and such, entering into our caves and attempting to take our hoard, and saying it was their own. Sometimes people would be, they would be a little bit more recipient to, of course, full dragon say this is ours, and fortunately step away, while others were not so considerate. And my family had to essentially put them in their place. It was due to that as to why I don't really have much trust around many mortals around, as most of my exposure has been less than pleasant. I have a couple of friends that lives in the city, and they're the only ones I really trust outside of you and other half dragons. But I was curious, do you run into similar circumstances like that?
Like I said, where I'm from, weird place, far, far away. Not like a big thing you want to get into, but no, I see where you're coming from, and I think that not trusting people after going through that, definitely, that is a wise choice to make. To be more paying close attention to people that you tell things to. I have to learn that from you. Again, my mom always says very, very intelligent, not very wise. So the street smarts. That's a thing I could probably pick up from you as a friend. And to be honest, if something like that did happen in my land, I probably wouldn't have paid much attention to it anyways. I read a lot.
There's a genuine smirk on their side of their faces. They kind of look towards you and say, well, I'm pretty sure we can learn from each other. I don't mean to pester you with a lot of questions. I know you have, things. You just woke it up, I'm presuming. But I'm glad that you're feeling better. And
thank you for coming to check on me and for helping me fight. And sorry that that was, took the conch on the head there. Otherwise, I would have helped you finish. I had the fight. I promise. I'm usually very good at that. Sometimes, 40% of the time.
there's no judgment here. Your skill set is your skill set. I believe you. I will like to ask just one last question. I'm searching for someone,
Okay.
and is actually the reason why I'm out here. There is a family member that was gone on our journey. We spend a lot of time trying to get stronger, better, so we could be able to achieve our full potential and enter a full dragon state. I had a family member who been gone for a few months, and I haven't seen her in a while. Actually, longer than a few months. Sorry, I couldn't hear what you were saying. I think it kind of cut off for a second.
What does she look like? Does she have the gold speckles like you do?
Actually, no. Our family is a bit unique. I technically have two mothers. My biological mother is a gold dragon, and then I have a mother part two who is celestial in nature. So she's technically my half sister because our dad is the same. Pretty much, we all reside in the same cave. And she's the oldest. She was actually born first. So she was actually the closest to unlocking that state that we've all been hearing about and dreaming about. And so she has like long silver hair, these crystal horns that comes down. She's a bit taller. She's actually taller than me, standing at 6'3". Pale skin with blue eyes. She normally wears like a frosted cloak with like a leather tunic on top. She looks strong, but she is strong. I mean, she taught me a lot of what I know. And yeah, I have. That's why I'm actually here. Otherwise, I'll be back at home. And
I ask, what makes you think that she would be this way? Like maybe in this town, was there something specific that she was looking for, that she like needed to ascend into this next state, or like maybe like a holy place around here that we could look for her at? I mean, like this is kind of like we're in like a churchy kind of like infirmary type thing, but maybe like somebody here knows, or maybe there's like, I don't know, some like great mountain or something that she's gotta like go pray to the gods on. Anything like that? And while Dia's thinking about that, can I do a history roll to see if there's like something in this town that I would know of that's kind of like that?
You can make a history check.
14 plus 8. I know math good. 22.
Okay, so with a 22, you don't know of any specific holy places like that outside of the temple that you're in, but the description does seem familiar to you, and it takes a moment of kind of talking it out before you remember that when you spoke with a different half-dragon earlier, they mentioned that they had met a very strange half-dragon that was pursuing a different event. From what you remember, it was they were looking for some sort of celestial or a child or something. You remember that the other person mentioned it in passing, and they didn't seem to be especially interested in it themselves, but It sounds like it's the same person.
Oh, now that I'm thinking about it, I know a guy who knows a guy. There was somebody that I talked to earlier that said that they may have spoken to another dragon. Celestial seems like the right word that was mentioned there. They were looking for a child or something. I'm not trying to misinterpret this, so I will go ahead and say that I do interpret exactly what Lee says to you at some point. She mutters all of that out.
No problem. So you see Aspen's eyes actually widen, which for most individuals if they were looking would be a bit of surprise because he normally doesn't have much expressions on his face, especially through the mask. But the fact that he actually found a clue, he actually leans back a bit on the bed and smirks and says, "Who? Who's the guy?"
Some other like half dragon that was here. So there is another half dragon. I don't. Again, I'm just waking up, so some pieces are connecting. There is one here. Where did I see them, storyteller?
You met them your first day in the city. You met them and you found that they were very, let's say, eccentric. You know that whenever they seemed to be kind of around, there was an odd kind of flute sound. But what struck you as unique is that instead of wearing a mask, they wore what looks to be kind of like a veil of mithril dragon scales down the front of their face. And you know that since you've been here, you've been unable to find that person again, but they seem to always be able to find you should they need to speak with you. So far you've spoken with them twice, but you don't know how to find them yourself.
Yeah, I will relay all of that and be like, I don't know what the plan is. I mean, I guess I could go like end up on the roof and yell really loud and hope that maybe, but I've tried that actually a couple of times and so far no luck. But I mean, hey, 18 times a charm.
I don't think that's going to be the case. If it's who I think it is, I believe I've also been doing some digging on different half dragons in the city, and there was one I came across who's also was a mytho dragon that was searching for strange things happening with undead, and it sounds like it may be the same individual. If you say a mythros area, a mythros scales, as you could tell.
Yeah, that vibe sounds right. They were kind of weird and eccentric. And yeah, no, I think that's the same person.
A clue. I didn't think I would run into run. It's been a long time since I've found any sort of trail. You've made my day. Thank you.
It
Great.
is at this
I'm
point.
glad that I put something together for you.
It's at this point that you all begin to hear the familiar sound of Reagan's voice kind of reverberating off of the walls nearby, and you have a feeling, Aspen, that your friends are either already outside or are approaching quickly.
When he hears it, he says, "By the way, my friends are coming. Almost everything I just told you, they do not know. So you just keep it between us. That'd be great. Thank you." I'm pretty sure you can hear them, and they kind of like point towards the door, as you can probably hear Reagan's very unique voice booming through the hallway.
Everyone's hard at work, I see.
Yep, sounds about right.
They're all right in here, Mr. Perro. Please keep it down. There are people attempting to recover here.
Oh, my apologies, Chases the Sun.
That your name chases the sun.
Yes.
Cool name. I'm Dewdrop.
Thank you. You introduced yourself last time. But
You can't never over introduce yourself. It's the Minnesota way.
Axel just like, why?
I have been told about Minnesota before. As I said, you all are welcome to visit your friends. There are not many people injured today, but we do ask that you all leave sooner rather than later. And I'm supposed to tell you that setup for the festival is always welcome, and doing good favors for the Lord is effective or something.
Reagan's smile kind of falters in his head. He's like, "You should kind of have this down, friend."
He looks at a card on his hand.
Excuse
Well,
me,
thank you
I
very
have to
much.
go and do something.
Is there anything you would need to compensate you for your services?
No, the church does not need for anything, though. If you have time, feel free to volunteer or to bring back any rare plants you may find out and about.
I'll see to it then, friend. Reagan holds his hand out to shake.
He does take your hand, and he has a pretty good grip, even through kind of the gauntlets and things. You can feel the pressure of it. Have a good day.
You too, friend. And Reagan will turn his attention to this Atriosa and Aspen.
Mm.
It seems you two have gotten acquainted.
You can say that.
Mostly just saying hi and trying to make sure my nugget's doing a little better. Which it is. Hi, battlefield friends.
Hello, Reagan Pero. Paladin, pleasure to meet you. Reagan holds his hand out to shake to Adriosa.
Hi, yeah, Adrios, Dio is what my friends call me, and well, according to Aspen, you are all friends, so you may call me by my nickname without getting punched, but I'm not really a puncher, so it wouldn't hurt that much anyways.
Dio, sorry, not Dio. Dewdrop raises her hand in a way of a high five. Hi, my name is Dewdrop, and extends it.
Dio will also kind of awkward starfish her hand on your face and go, is this right?
No. And then I will get Dio's hand and put it on my hand. This is called the Five of Highs, and that's how we greet each other from Minnesota. I just wanted to introduce that to you.
You never taught me this greeting, Dewdrop.
There are many things that I haven't taught you, Regan.
Regan looks a little crestfallen. He's like, I thought we were friends.
Well,
you see that
Regan, it's for very new people, and we've been friends for a long time, and I just never got to show you the Five of Highs.
It looks like so much fun.
Here.
Oh well.
And then I hold up my hand to Regan.
Regan all of a
You
sudden regains
basically
composure and high fives. Yep.
Yep. There we go.
Is there like a maximum speed or height that you're supposed to do this at property, like new people? And Minnesota, is it like a place with lots of little sodas? Minnesota?
It's in a different plane. It's near Canada. That is where the Minnesotans are. It is not of this plane, it is of a different plane. I don't actually know where that plane is. A lot has happened, and that is why I am here in this land instead of my own hometown, Minnesota. I'm just trying to bring back some culture into, like, some of my culture into this world. Where are you from, Dio?
Land far, far, far away. It's a lot of palm trees there.
I see. Do you remember? I'm kind of just curious about the name.
Florida sounds right.
Florida.
Just, yeah.
Perfect. That sounds like a lovely place. I love the idea of palm trees.
Yeah, nice. Lots of coconut. No mini sodas, but maybe one day.
Well, definitely. I'm sorry. You were all introducing yourself. It was definitely nice to meet you. Dio, Dewdrop from Minnesota.
Dewdrop. Yeah, okay. Yes. Very lovely to meet you all. Sorry. I'm just all excited. I'm gonna take notes about you guys just a little bit, just because I like to do that. Especially now that I've taken a pretty substantial blow to the head, I feel like it might just, help me remember a little bit.
This is also Axel. Axel's. You consider yourself a mercenary, right?
And people pay me to fight other people and things. So
I'll leave
yeah,
out of my notes. But nice to meet you.
nice to meet you too, Dio.
Are you also from a land of Minnesotas?
I am not from a land of mini sodas. I'm not sure what a soda is, or what a mini one might be. But I would like to find out one of these days. I'm from the north.
Oh, my
I'm from up north. We've it's I've been in the city for a while. It's rather nice. Unlike the cave we found you in, that was not nice. That bat thing was not pleasant, not at all.
What were you doing in there, by the way?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Storyteller, what was I doing in there?
You were searching for what would have been a very strange entrance into a darker kind of underground cavern. You were told to check it out by a different one of the half dragons, the boreal one, who told you that one, he did not like being in such a warm climate, but they wanted to know if there was a connection to a cavern that they had visited before. Unfortunately, you did not find a cavern, but you did find a giant bat monster. So,
Yeah, I was doing a little mapping, just trying to get the lay of the land or some of those tunnels because they looked really, really interesting. And sometimes I just like being underground. It's nice and cool. It's refreshing. But yeah, didn't find any like super connected like tunnels of awesomeness. Just a big, giant, scary bat monster. So there's that.
You went in without any protection?
Wasn't expecting a bat monster. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe more like stalactites and stalagmites and lots of drippy sounds. Yeah, probably should have thought bat monster through. That feels a little bit more obvious now that I'm saying it all out loud.
How far did you get into your mapping?
Should I roll on this one?
yeah. Roll a D100. Let's just use that straight percentage.
My percentage dice. Here they are. 65.
You've gotten pretty far, actually. You've mapped about, we'll say, just underneath the entirety of what's underneath the city of Alexandria, and you've begun to kind of push out in each direction a decent amount.
Yeah, so not too bad. And she'll show them what she's got like written through her books and little drawn out maps and stuff.
Well, he looks towards the others. We have 2 days for your test, right? That Adventures Guild test, is that right?
That is so.
Oh,
friend.
We've been so busy, I almost forgot about it.
This is. How could you forget, Axel?
Just, the giant bat monster nearly. Yeah, that hurt. Yeah, it's just been busy. It's been a busy few days.
He looks towards Adriosa. Well, you're still resting. I guess we should have pushed it, but if we have some time, I guess before the test, we could perhaps further explore if that would help your task.
Borrow my maps, or I can come with you. Just, like if I start to feel a little dizzy, just grab me by my cloak so that I don't like fall off any cliffs, and that would be much appreciated.
I have someone perfect for this. And they'll kind of like snap their fingers. And as they snap their fingers, you see a meaty portal just start to appear side next to them. And a drake just transitions from out that portal that looks essentially like Umbria from Pokemon. Black with like gold stripes wrapped around them. It says, "This is Umbra. Umbra will make sure it won't happen."
Nice to meet you, and I'll give a little pat on the head.
I can't judge the Drake because I own the Drake, but I'm not sure if I should NPC as the Drake. But
I will allow it.
Okay. So yes, the Drake of course, especially feels a connection with you, being a fellow half dragon. So I'm pretty sure they're perfectly fine with it. And he looked towards the others to say, "How about you all? Are you all okay further helping her with this task, or did you have other?"
Well, quite frankly, friend, I'd like to get some breakfast. I didn't eat before coming here.
Ooh, sounds good.
You're welcome to join us, Dio.
Again, you're always hungry. It's going to start slowing us down in the adventuring.
I didn't have breakfast, friend. You know this. Us warriors need to stay fit and properly fed.
I'm pretty sure we can find a place to eat, like a Denny's. Sorry, not a Denny's. A normal breakfast store. Diner.
I rebuke that. I rebuke that entire statement. Read that as abscond from the record.
Yeah.
Your nose turned off.
As been nods to say, well, if you're all hungry, I guess food does sound pretty good before we head our way over to that location.
Yes, the normal breakfast store.
LLC, specifically LLC.
I'm gonna go and eat French
copywritten.
toast at the normal breakfast store.
It's copywritten.
Well then, if Dio is willing, to the normal breakfast store.
All right, and I guess we head to whatever the door.
Yo, that's canon.
So
The normal breakfast store. Nor of House Mall.
It's run by halflings.
you make your way out of the temple, and you do manage to kind of head a bit closer, further towards the outer sections of the city, but into the more residential area. And you find that there is a inn that is open and able for you to partake should you choose.
What's the name of the inn, Ree?
It doesn't have a name. It doesn't have a sign.
Are you
so
sure?
don't
I
have a name.
feel like it's called
Doesn't have a
normal
sign.
breakfast store.
It doesn't
If it's
have
an inn,
a
wouldn't it be an
sign.
inn instead of a
No,
store?
it's just a
It's gotta have a sign.
two-story. It is a two-story
Call it the
wooden
Benny's.
building.
How do we know what
Call
it
it-
is, Reed?
We
Benny's.
call it
It
the
is.
Benny's.
The Benny's.
The pennies.
Pennies. Not to be confused with Benihana's.
Yo, we getting all the sponsorships tonight. We sold out.
We're gonna go to the Benny's. This is the Benny's, right? The inn.
Ree, I'm rolling perception check to see how good the food smells from outside. If there is food
Sure.
cooking.
Sure.
All right. Because if it smells bad, we ain't going. That's an 11.
Smells bad. We ain't going.
It smells fine. Smells all right.
That
This place
sounds like
smells as good
Benny's.
as any, friends.
That sounds like Benny's.
Yep, it sounds like Benny's. That's, yep, just a little greasy.
Shall we dine here?
Mm-hmm.
I I'm gonna make sure I remember this location and write it in my head as Benny's.
And he's in. It's canon now.
And
too
as you
strong.
enter, it is a kind of a cozy little area here. There's a fireplace to your right, and there seems to be a group of halflings who are kind of playing, looks like a card game. And you see kind of across from you there is a desk area where there seems to be a person standing behind it seems to be either a bear folk or some sort of really tall, like bugbear like person. You can't really tell. Their race seems to be maybe a mixture of the two.
Is he wearing a huge belt?
You already know, Big Duck. Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Just double check it. Just double check it.
Strange. The innkeeper reminds me of someone of legend. Just doesn't quite come to mind.
Of legend. Interesting. I guess they'll make their way to the table. There's like, is this like a sit-in or is what is this like?
It's much more like a diner. So you could take a table. You could take a seat at the table first if you wished.
All right.
Reagan will make his way to the bar to order.
Oh, welcome to my inn.
Hello. Who am I speaking with? For I am Reagan Perro.
In common, would be Benaya.
ENYAH or something?
I will type it for you.
Thank you. Well, hello, Benaya. Reagan holds his hand out to shake.
And he does reach out and take it. I assume all of you and your friends are together, yes?
We are indeed.
Yes.
All dining together.
Do you know what you want to eat?
I would like to have a French toast lamb, please.
That is exquisite.
So
Bacon.
I'm guessing the guy at the diner or whatever the thing is going to come out with like maybe something that he thinks is French toast and just slam it on the table. Right.
I'm sorry. Do you not have French toast slams here in Benny's?
I was hoping for grits, personally.
I can explain what they are.
With some sugary ass grits.
I did not say that. I did not say that. That is not right.
I mean, if this world knows what tacos are, I feel like French toast isn't such a big step.
What's wrong, Ree? We just trying to see the breakfast menu, dog.
It's taco no bueno.
I will arrange for it to be prepared.
Thank you.
And
a sugarless, caffeinated, bubbly drink, please, if you have it.
A mini soda.
Yes.
Just a shot glass.
It's in a shot glass.
Water for me, friend.
It's because they're not used to caffeine. A little bit's gonna.
That's why we're mini sodas.
Makes sense.
Is that all?
Ree, are you okay? Ree,
Yes,
are you okay? I just wanted to double check if you were okay specifically.
Perhaps a couple of eggs. Any sausage you may have, that would be lovely as well for me.
Very well. Anything else?
That completes my order, friends.
And mine.
Aspen, would you like something to eat, friend?
they not only just have breakfast foods, they have other kinds of foods too. Dinner stuff. 55 and up.
55 what and up?
Dude, Drop, you know you're not qualified for that menu yet.
I'm sorry, I'm just saying that there's healthy
That-
options.
Only
is
seasoned veterans may order from such a menu.
Of course, my bad.
Is that 55 monsters slain and up?
I think it's level 55 and up. You know, that
What's
kind of
up?
thing in the Adventure Guild. I think they do leveling there.
Oh, well, we haven't been to the Adventure Guild.
Yeah.
I would-
They may have some gluten-free stuff as well, if that's something that you need to not have in your food.
What's gluten?
This
I don't know what that is myself.
it's wheat and wheat byproducts.
What's a byproduct?
Just waiting for the establishment to get hit by a meteor.
The entire place just goes up in flames as a lightning bolt just strikes.
Sorry, you don't get a save. It just got hit by a meteor. Everybody's dead.
Don't save me through. As will say, I'm fine. I ate before I came here.
You're always doing that, friend. Don't you know sharing food and drink goes well with everyone?
Is that normal?
For us, yes, friend.
Theo, from this place, I want to say that I would greatly suggest this dish called Saloon of Miami.
Oh, no!
If you want it. Shout out Moshadi, thanks for that.
Don't feed the animals.
By the way, Benaya, I believe our friend Aspen over there qualifies for the legendary 55 and up menu. If you
I froze.
know what I mean.
Your order will cost
Just make
60
it-
gold
No.
pieces.
How much?
60 gold.
They're
You know what?
pulling out the money.
Don't worry. I got this. You guys, you know, this is my treat. 50 you said?
It
I
was
only
gonna be
have
rad.
40
60.
in change.
60 gold. 60 gold.
Reagan pulls out the additional 20 then.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right.
We take care of each other, friend.
Of course we do.
Y'all must be made of money because
Ritz Carlton?
damn.
I know 60 gold for a breakfast.
We just got paid by Sir Winthembra, so
Is this-
and we
is
had our
this-
starting gold.
Is this the fanciest place in the city we could be eating at? I'm guessing because this
Nope.
is
This is residential area. We ain't even in the upper crust, like nobility area.
yeah. I think he's just charging you so much out of spite.
Well,
You know
we
what?
are
It's worth
asking
it.
a lot of, you know what? We're asking a lot of different meals that they may not have had. So we're giving them options as well to like these are all like what's the word? Like meals that, you know,
Meals
aren't
on wheels.
made
Reagan-
they're made to order kind of thing.
You know, to
Ah.
Reagan, this is canonically the cost of food to him. So
Yes,
True.
this is normal cost of food.
Whatever Dewdrop tells him the food costs. is what it costs.
Yeah, it's true. I forgot about that.
oh baby.
As
man is a
you
walking
all
coin
are settling in, it takes a bit of time, but your food is presented to you. And you all will gain the benefit of Benaya's breakfast. The next time you gain a point of exhaustion, you do not gain it.
Sweet.
Ooh. All right. Okay. All right. Kind of worth it then.
And
That was
Eliza has
absolutely
negative
perfect.
inspiration.
Wow.
What? What?
Glyza
Inspiration?
has negative inspiration. Has negative inspiration.
Oh, negative inspiration. How do you have
I
negative?
First of all,
How do you have
I'm
negative?
just trying to make this stream fun.
How do you say
Eventually,
negative?
Wow.
you give me times 3 inspiration.
Wow.
Yo, let us
Wow.
know if you enjoying yourselves in chat. We here for
Chat.
y'all.
We are here to
Wow.
make you
As
laugh. I'm
So
doing
much.
all of this to make you laugh, Chad.
As,
And if you think I
as
deserve
you
inspiration, please.
Wow.
This ain't that campaign, Gliza. You know that.
She's just using an umbrella the size of the damn planet to throw that shade. It's not even.
as you all are finishing
Look,
up your meal.
Todd says he is delighted. I am delightful. Thank you, Todd.
As you all are finishing your meal, you all have the rest of the day to do as you wish. What would you like to do?
Well, Dio, my home is open if you need a place to rest and relax.
Oh, yeah, that could be cool. What's the place like?
It's a house.
Pretty big. He has a house of many rooms.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't say that, Dewdrop.
I mean, everybody is staying over at your place. I think it's pretty cool. It seems like there is a house of many rooms.
Just because you won't let anybody in your house.
That's unless you're willing to be betrothed to me, that's the only way you're gonna be entering. Either I have given birth to you. We are giving birth. We have been birthed by the same being, or we are married and about to give birth to another being. That is the only way.
Forgot what the hell is Dewdrop again?
Water
Genasi.
genasi.
Do you like leave puddles where you walk?
No sense, sir.
Your pants always wet.
That makes no sense, sir.
I'm just curious.
That's
Well,
not a
Dio, would you
Minnesota
like me
thing.
to show you to my home?
Yeah, that sounds fun. And you do see that Dio pulls out her note again and writes in a little excerpt about the land of Minnesotas must also be betrothed to live together in land of Minnesotas.
Yes. It's I could share. It's very nice to finally meet someone interested in learning about Minnesota and their culture. I have been here for years, and Regan is the only one I've told a lot about the stuff to. And sometimes it takes a while for me to tell him. Like only this morning, I have mentioned to Regan that I have a brother named Ursa.
I have not met a brother such as this.
It's a good name.
He is in Minnesota. He is one of my 18 siblings.
Then perhaps later you should come over to Reagan's, or do you have to be betrothed to Reagan in order to?
Oh
go
no.
Is it one-way thing?
It is only the Minnesotans that have that rule. Since Reagan does not have that rule, I don't have to be betrothed to Reagan to enter his domicile.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I think you should tell me later about the 18 siblings.
Yes, my father was a whore.
That's so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So much in your brain knowledge. I must yes, over fire and tea, perhaps. Wow, such a strange, odd place.
Eventually, I will show you one thing that I like to do with fire, and it is taking 2 bread with something called a chocolate and a little white fluff of just pure sugar and putting them together. We call them s'mores.
I can't with you.
Sounds delicious and slightly nauseating, but I'm here for it.
Well, it's not an everyday sort of meal.
Okay, that makes sense.
Have we made it back to our...
With all those siblings, Dewdrop, I thought you just came from a farm or something.
Oh no, my father likes to date plenty of genies and other genasis, and because of that, my father is also a polyamorous human bard, and that's why I have a lot of siblings from different parents.
Does he just wish for new ones? Is that how it works?
I don't know. He has his ways. One of my brothers, named Chaste, His name is Chased Waterfall. Very, very handsome man. But definitely don't fall in love with my brother Chased. He has a tendency to leave, and people are like, "Don't go, Chased Waterfall," but he always does leave.
The rivers and the lakes that he's used to,
Exactly.
I presume.
Yeah.
We must thank the gods for such a phenomenon.
So, do you all arrive back at Reagan's home? Yes. What would you like to do?
And Reagan will just open his door and go, "After you, friends."
A lovely place. You are right. It is a house with rooms.
Many rooms.
Yes. Kind of.
And the home is pretty much a bachelor pad for Dio's information, like very bare bones. Like we got a bed, we've got a kitchen with like a few utensils that look barely used, simple bedding, simple chairs, simple table.
If I may, and you'll reach in and grab one of her books, and she'll skip through to like one of the pages with like a really nice picture on it, and she'll kind of rip it out, and she licks the back of it and just sticks it on the wall. And she goes, "Now it's like you actually live here."
I don't know how to take that, friend. I've lived here for a good year or two.
You've got to put art up, things to look at and get inspired by.
You do? This is Reagan being like unironically surprised.
Maybe not. Maybe it's just a me thing. There's a lot of things that I have found out that are just a me thing, but I like it. I'll take it down if you don't.
No, Dio. Leave it. I like it. And tell me more.
Dio, is this a Florida thing?
It might be.
I like Florida.
Maybe this is why we couldn't entice anyone for the nameless ones. We didn't have this art.
I'm sure.
What are the nameless ones?
Dio, would you say we've gotten to know each other pretty well?
Ashley's just like, uh-oh.
Sure.
Well, the reason I ask, and Regan, if I may, we've pretty known each other. We've known each other for the whole walk, and we've shared what Minnesota is and what Florida is, and, do you think it's time, or do you want me to wait?
You are within your rights, Dewdrop. I can't
Perfect.
stop you or prevent you from doing anything. Let the record show Regan is administering the help action. I am calling it before you just go, nah, I'm not going to allow it, dog. I am calling it right now. Help action.
So, Regan and I have been realizing that there are many, 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 many gods. Gods of different pantheons, different beliefs, different all that. And we've believed that they're like just the universe. Just like there's many undiscoverable things. We believe that there are gods that aren't being worshipped, that aren't being respected. We've called them the nameless ones, even though our goal is to name them, to give them name, to give them power, and maybe to let them enter the pantheon respected. It is a thing from Minnesota that it's a philosophical term. It was mentioned in the Bible, also a Minnesota thing.
What is this Bible?
It is a Minnesota thing, Aspen. I have the book in my room and I can show you. But in Paul, Paul, I think it was in Acts. Paul said there is this altar. There is an altar called the Nameless God. Just because they worship multiple gods and they don't want to miss one. Because of that, I believe that there are many nameless gods. And our goal as a budding church is to bring people in to worship and adore nameless gods. It doesn't have to compete with gods you already adore, and of course, worship. It's just we want to bring these people, these gods into the 21st century, as one would say in my own land.
You've reached
Before
21st centuries in your land?
Yes.
before Dewdrop
I
gets us
believe it's a
all
saying.
sent. Before Dewdrop gets us all sent to hell, we're gonna go on a break. So we'll be back
Wait.
in 10 to 15 minutes, everyone. Thank you.
Why are you running?
For
Why
watching
are you running? I want to
this-
hear Dio's
this
answer.
show. And we will be back. All right. All right. Welcome back to Arethian Nights, where chaotic things seem to always be happening. We are just going to get right back into our adventure as Dewdrop finishes the, we'll say, unique explanation for religious principles. I give everything back to you all. How would you like to
Accurate.
proceed?
Accurate pitch. Dio, what do you think?
God's names. Well, no, like in Florida, we saw that way back in the day. There's a war. Lots of people wore belts with Bibles. They called it like the Bible Belt War. They collectively decided that gods with no names shall be named Jeff.
Ah, so you have solved the problems of the nameless ones in your plane by just calling them all Jeff.
Maybe that's the thing. It just doesn't feel right. Doesn't fit right. I don't think. Maybe it could. They could all be Jeff. Kind of fits.
I'm going to write that down. But hey, if you are interested in learning more about the nameless ones and our process of naming, I would love to include you into our little growing, budding church.
I will pray to Jeff about it.
Of course. I do want to tell you that, we are in no competition with Jeff. Jeff could be still your main thing, but we could be your side ministries.
There is room for all in the Church of the Nameless One.
Of course. No gods left behind is our mantra.
The first rule of Jeff Club is you don't talk about Jeff Club, okay? So, to establish that.
I'm sorry, that's a church.
So you are
in
familiar with
Florida.
Jeff?
You know. Are you also from Florida, Axel?
No, I've just been listening to this interesting conversation. Maybe instead of, since their God is Jeff, perhaps we can follow suit with a similar strategy and just pick a different name like Todd or Jesus.
More shoddy. I don't know if that's. I will pray to the nameless ones. I will see if there might be a god of names, and they might be like, you know what? I want to provide the name for all of the gods, and that would be the god of names, isn't it?
The perfect name for your nameless gods.
Can Reagan make a religion if Ados has named all the gods currently in the pantheon?
Perfect name. We're just going to call the nameless gods. Ready?
Rolling.
God.
No.
Yeah.
That's another 11.
Because who are you to say that the nameless gods aren't all just different manifestations of one larger over god?
Are you saying it could be some sort of like a trinity, but like with more?
I mean, I guess if there's only 3 of them.
No, a trinity is just, it is an expression believed in Minnesota and Florida and the belted Bibles that there is one God with 3 representations. It's just one God.
What's this Bible that you're talking about? I've never seen.
It's a book that has many religious texts in it. It's from my world. A lot of people don't believe it. A lot of people do. It's
You've
it's it's
never
a
shared
big.
it with me, Dewdrop.
So
Oh,
it's kind of like
I apologize. It's been such a long time that I've been out of Minnesota that sometimes I just forget all kinds of things. And Dio being from Florida and understanding certain religious texts
is it kind of
has
like
just
a
reminded.
religion variety pack for bards?
Are
No.
bards religious?
Well, maybe they study, you know. I figured
Some
maybe if it's got a lot of different religious stuff, texts in it, then maybe it's like a bunch. It's a
Anyway,
reference.
Axel, you said you had a job that you remembered that you wanted us to do. I'm pretty sure we could talk about all of this religious philosophy at a different time. I feel like one certain deity is having an embolism at this time and wants the game and thing to continue.
If it, I hope the deity's not having an embolism, because then he wouldn't be a deity. But
Many deities have many different things that they can do.
may-
That is the
may-
whole purpose of a nameless god.
maybe it's a demi deity.
Have deities? Yeah, maybe.
Reagan starts sweating.
I
Well-
Anyway, this job.
Well, there was, these spiders that were reportedly very dangerous. But we had a good offer. Didn't but correct. I thought I heard Dio say something about something that sounded interesting as well.
Yeah, we were talking about the mapping that you were doing, right, Dio?
Yeah, we could pick up from there, or we could go explore what I've already mapped. Spiders, I feel like at this point can't be any worse than like a giant evil bat thing. So, yeah, I'm for it.
Yeah, it sounds like we could perhaps scratch two in the same ordeal. Perhaps continue mapping out your map while looking for these spiders at the same time.
Kill two
Or-
Minnesotans with one stone.
What?
It's just a turn of phrase.
Are you from Minnesota, Axel?
No,
Hold
no.
on. And this is where the aspect kind of whispers to Dio. So this is why I say mortals are weird.
No, I get that. I get that. I get that.
Yeah, you just look back.
I agree.
If we're going back into a cave, we're going to need supplies this time around, friends.
I need to see in the dark. I think I should be praying to the dark vision goddess. Dark side.
Dark side? Wait, so you have a named god that you pray to?
I just came up
named
with one right now.
Dark side.
Yes, I just came up with the name right now.
Doesn't sound
Just
good.
to see if she will accept it. And then if there's no response, then I would assume that that's what she wanted to be called. That's how this works, Axel.
You just kind of say random names and hope that one of them
And hope.
sticks.
Yeah.
Reed, just to double check
Okay,
real
go
quick,
ahead,
how
David.
are we looking for supplies? We have a decent amount, right? How is our supplies? Because we only went there for what, a day, I think. Or we know we
Yeah,
need
so
to
you still have everything that you paid for when you first left the city. But other than that, no, nothing else.
Yeah. So Asper looked towards the others and say, I'm perfectly fine on the supplies front, to be honest. I have quite a bit from our last gathering. Fortunately, we were able to find Dio pretty soon, and I didn't go through any of my rations and other items. So how is everyone
Well,
else
yes,
looking?
friend. There's this thing, though, that you can see in the dark. And some of us cannot.
Yes, I cannot see in the dark, and I would like to have the ability to see in the dark.
Unless you want us to tie a rope to you as you walk around.
I wouldn't mind that. I don't need to see everything.
Get a
That is
long arm.
that is faith, you see.
Ah. faith in your friends.
Yes, just like I have faith in gods that I haven't met yet.
So when you're saying supplies, you're saying you're wishing to find something that will allow you to see in the dark?
I could get a torch, but let's say you want to sneak around, friend. Our light source wouldn't be of any help to you, now would it? It might almost be a hindrance.
Don't they make goggles for that?
I think so, but I'm not sure if they have that around here. Well, I mean, that's perfectly fine. That's why we were performing the same task last time with Axel and I moving up front, and those who cannot see use the torch. That way we could be able to provide information if you spot something up ahead and get you all prepared in case you run into something suspicious.
If you insist, friend, I can always light the way if need be. Or he can cast light as his cantrip, so just bing.
Perfect. All right. Looks like we have a plan. Everyone's okay with that?
You are the shining light of our group, Reagan.
Why, thank you, Axel. I am ready for adventure.
Good. Good. Well, shall we be off then to this adventure?
Wait. You all did not buy your horses.
Well, I'm feeling so nourished by that breakfast we had earlier. I think I could run pretty fast.
We could just we could get a wagon and just put it behind, I guess, Aspen's horse.
We can negate points of exhaustion, dog, with that breakfast, so.
True, but I mean, that would take a lot more time for us to get there, right? Versus if you had a horse. A horse is what, like double our speed, I think, for moving. How much would it cost to get like a wagon?
Is it the same cave?
It's the same cave.
A
Okay.
regular sized wagon would cost you, I want to say 40 gold. Let me double check.
I mean,
Steal.
define
Compared
regular
to-
sized.
Definitely big enough for the rest of us to get in.
There is 5, technically 6 of us.
I mean,
Yeah, it would for the 6 of you in one wagon should be enough.
Okay. Well, we got 40 gold.
hell of a lot cheaper than renting a bunch of horses again.
Mm-hmm.
Can your horse handle it?
Well,
Yeah, it was a war horse. It was a huge war horse, I remember.
His horse weighs over 15,000 pounds.
Mm-hmm. It was a big boy.
Night.
You
okay.
wouldn't have to drag me. I will ride my wild horse.
All right,
I
we
will
good.
summon a
We
horse.
straight.
So
You gonna summon a whore?
my dad is a whore, but not the horse.
Okay. I mean,
You know that horse's life?
I hear horse breeding is pretty profitable, so you never, don't knock it.
It is a fey horse, so I don't know.
Well, that'd probably make even more money. It's fancy.
We'll see.
Now we pick up a wagon, friends.
Yes.
Reagan
So-
takes off for the stables.
Mm-hmm. Yep, same here. Aspen heads over. Buy a
You know,
wagon.
Aspen.
Hmm?
Have you ever named your new horse friend?
No. And as they approach the stable, they're going to cast use speak with animals to speak with the horse. And as they look towards the horse eye to eye, they'll say, "Do you have a name?"
No, I don't have a name.
Would you want to name yourself?
Do I need to have a name? Do you have other horses that you confuse me with?
No. But how are they going to call your attention if you do not have a name? I always try to be generous. I could definitely give you a name for people to call you. But if you prefer to have a name, I wanted you to have the opportunity first.
It is up to you. I am me. I am remembered wherever I am, so there's no need for people to call for me. Not come one, I feel.
Very well. There's a genuine smirk underneath the mask. They're definitely a similar souls, that's for sure. So, they'll look towards Reagan and says, "He doesn't have one, nor does he wishes to name himself. So I will think on this and give him one."
I pray to nameless gods, but I will happily travel with a nameless horse.
Maybe the name god would give your horse a name. You know, while we travel on a desert.
We
Mm.
Horse
call
with no
it that.
name.
My name is Jeb. No, I can't do that. I cannot do that.
You cannot
I cannot
do
do
that.
that. I cannot do that. I can't do that. So-
Would you say we would be traveling in a desert on a horse with no name?
We heard you, Plaza. We heard you. We can't let you have it.
Would you say that would be what we're doing?
Reagan goes over to the counter and goes, "Hello, friend.
Hello?
No horses this time. We just wish to rent a wagon."
You're renting a wagon. 15 gold per day.
Reagan costs up 15 gold.
Do we want to rent the wagon or want to buy? Because he says like 40 to buy. So why rent if we could just pay 40 gold when we use it next time?
Axel, where are we going to keep it, friend? Not on my property.
Here are the stables.
I guess. I mean,
Is there a fee for keeping an own stable?
Gold per year.
What, 1 gold per year?
It is
Yo,
a
that's-
wagon. It just kind of sits there.
That is dirt cheap, dog. Okay, let's buy it. 41 gold.
I want a storage unit that costs 1 gold per year.
That's what I'm saying. Reagan's like, well, never mind, friend. You know what? I'll buy one. One large enough to hold 6 of us.
Very well. You can take the first one over there. At this point, you see there's a row of wagons that are just kind of lined up.
Or they all look exactly the same, I'm guessing, right?
Pretty much. They are the three colors of the Republic. There's a blue one, a gold one, and a green, like a tealish colored one. But other than that, they're about the same.
Okay. Well, up to you, Reagan, because you're the one, you said you're paying, so you get to choose the pretty color.
Reagan will just take the first one. True bachelor style. Like, first one I put my hand on.
He's like, it's okay, they all look the same if I drink enough.
You all are now the owners of a small wagon, and it does come with the all the things you need to latch a horse to it. I will say a war horse is not really meant to pull a wagon, so you can travel. So you can travel about 10 hours per day with the wagon. Since
Okay.
it's only one horse, and war horses aren't really meant for that. But still pretty.
You drop some of the horse.
Oh, yeah, sure. I was just thinking of how it might rain later. It
Is
might
that
be
an
good
omen?
I mean, it might be good to be out in the rain. Maybe Richard will remember his name. I mean, that's not his name, the horse.
If it does rain, I have a tent. I could probably throw it up inside of the wagon, and yeah. Just if it rains, we'll be fine. Our hair will be fine.
So resourceful, friend. My thanks.
Perfect. Yeah, they'll go ahead and I guess grab one the reins and take off towards the cave.
All right. So my question for you all: do you intend to attempt to go straight for this cave, or do you attempt to search for a spider-like creature? Looking for the spider will take you out of your way, so you'll be kind of going in like an arc instead of a straight line, so that will add to the time. But you may come
Yeah,
across this creature.
yeah, we'll probably do that route because therefore we're trying to knock it both out in similar goings.
Aspen's driving.
Wonderful.
Show call.
All right, so you all are attempting to track down a creature that you have never seen before. So what you're going to do is you can all make me either perception checks or let's say survival checks with disadvantage.
Survival with disadvantage. When survival's
Perception
about
or
track.
survival. You're tracking something based on someone told you that it exists.
Right, perception then.
Looking for spider-like stuff. So
That's a 9 from Reagan.
Cool.
with disadvantage here. Let's see.
16 from DM.
That's a 13.
Oh, flat 19.
Okay, so it does take some time. Dio and Aspen are the most successful as you come across, and you start to see that some of the.
I didn't get to tell you what I rolled.
Oh, what did you roll?
22.
All right, well, then Dewdrop and Aspen are the most successful. For the most part, Reagan is confused for the entire time, really. You find the tracks of several creatures, some large cats and things like that, some squirrels, but you don't really find anything useful. Dio and Aspen, you two come across sections of the forest that seems to be more kind of spread out than they should be, and if they're doing some kind of quick deeper investigation, you see that some of the trees have been moved and altered. Dewdrop, as you're moving, you begin to pick up some kind of silken like material in some of the upper branches of the trees, and these trees are about 20 or so feet up. And at this point, kind of in the thickness of the canopy above you, it is kind of difficult to see into the actual canopy itself. But you do begin to pick out kind of the barest traces of this kind of white gossamer that you feel may be a spider's web.
I tell everybody that.
All right, Aspen and Kyle looks up. And then nods. So they kind of attempts to park somewhere on the side, someplace safe. So therefore, the horse doesn't get eaten. Hopefully. I'm like, well, this is probably our best bet for now. How high up does it look?
About 20 feet. And that's just from the kind of the lowest part of the tree canopy that you can see.
Think something would happen if we asked nicely, friend? You did have that ability to speak to animals, after all.
Could ask nicely with a torch.
What was the request? Was it to eliminate these spiders, or what was the?
Oh yeah. Well, eliminate / get a rare piece of the spider for something. So kind of the same thing. You're gonna have to. The spider's gonna die.
It was like spider silk, right?
You were told that they could. Yes, they could be. You could use the spider to make a unique type of poison, or to make very strong crossbow bolts for Layla's crossbow. You could do so by finding the mandibles of the spider, or the ends of the legs, the kind of pointier, barbed like sections. And if you bring them back, they can make that for you.
How does it look? So the webs are 20 feet up in the air before it makes its way to the tree, right?
Mm-hmm. The part that's kind of down towards you is just more like the strands of things that have kind of fallen off from up above you.
All right. Aspen is going to look at their drake. Umbra says, "You take a look up there and see if you see anything." And have the drake fly up to see if they could be able to find the spider somewhere within the tree.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to hide and also just like look around and see if I can see anything.
Okay. Make me a roll stealth check to hide. Are you
Okay.
keeping your Drake within eyesight of you, Aspen?
No, it can take off. Just when it's able to see something, it'll fly back down. Or if it doesn't see it, it can fly back down. Because it's not like a familiar that I could like look through or something like that. It's pretty much that's its own thing.
Okay. And, Axel, what was that? What you wrote? Oh, you rolled the natural 20. Okay. Cool. So you are pretty hidden. Now make either
Very
a
sneaky.
perception check, a survival check, or investigation check if you wish to look for this creature.
All right.
You know what? Since perception and survival for me are the same, let's do perception.
Reagan is helmet on, summon glaive.
So the Drake gets 17.
That's to look, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I know, Reagan. You should also cast light on yourself. That way, you know, when you're standing away from us, it'll be you can see better.
That is too smart for Reagan. He would have to be told.
That's what I'm saying. I'm telling
That's what
Reagan.
Axel said.
I'm like
But
whispering.
Axel is hidden. Oh, you're whispering. Just voice up. I get the strange urging from a voice that I should set myself alight. And Reagan will cast light on his piece of his armor.
Well, if he said Reagan's not very smart, I hope he doesn't go for a torch.
So your armor begins
Starts pouring
to
oil all
glow.
over himself.
You don't have to get the oil, dog.
Anointing himself with holy oil.
And I have you roll a Constitution saving throw for your Drake, Aspen.
Oh, okay. Okay, 16 on the die. That is 18 total.
Okay. All right. As you all are waiting, your Drake doesn't seem to return. Been about 15 minutes.
Okay, that's kind of weird. They'll look towards the others and says something must be wrong.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay, now I'm a little worried. But I might be able to do something where I can kind of see what's going on, but and I don't think it can fly. And she squeezes her eyes closed just a little bit, and you see her shadow detach from her. And I'm gonna cast Spy My Shadow. And I would like to send my shadow in the direction that we saw the Drake fly off in. And this ability does allow me to see through the eyes of my shadow, to see something.
That's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mark off that as a spell slot used, and you watch as this partially 2D image begins to kind of emerge from the ground outside of Adrios's shadow, or Dio's shadow, before disappearing up into the tree lengths around you all. And for a moment, you don't see anything but the trees above you and around you. And then multiple things happen. As your shadow kind of arches up above the tree lines, you are suddenly face to face, or eye to 8 separate eyes, with a very large spider. And I need for Reagan to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay.
As soon as I see the spider, I will also exclaim very loudly, "Oh, okay, lots of legs, lots of eyes, lots of legs."
That's a 5. Roll
That's
20.
23.
Why, dog?
So as this happens, the rest of you very quickly catches out of the corner of your eye as something blurs past you. And Reagan, you feel something impact you square in the chest. And for a moment, as your eyes are kind of blinking back at the blurriness and confusion, it looks as if one of the trees has uprooted itself and flung into you. And at that moment, that Adriosa, with your kind of your view, you realize that the spider is a part of the forest around you, and you aren't entirely sure what around you is tree and what around you is legs. And I need everyone to make me an initiative, please. Make an initiative check for me, please.
Told you we should have burned the damn webs. Just light the bitch on fire and run.
Is like Reagan like knocked prone or something?
No, you will take a
I'm
little
back.
bit of damage.
Okay.
Let me
Reagan's on
see.
fire.
Here we go again.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Reagan got
7
hit
points
by
of
a tree
piercing
limb.
damage.
Well,
Reagan just existed and got hit.
sounds like Tuesday.
You
Sounds
made
like
yourself
Tuesday.
a giant glowing target, friend. Actually, we're going to go on a quick 5-minute break so I can get the battle map set up. Just give me 1 second, everybody.
Oh, okay.
I ain't listening to you no more, follower.
Alright.
Okay.
Oh yeah, by far.
That was a dick too, though. To be like, this is like
We got Dewdrop on initiative roll.
this is like playing Skyrim with the role
There
play
we go.
overhaul
I got
mod,
to
where they
roll.
they pre-level everything and you wander into the areas that are way above your pay grade.
This could be a problem.
It's like, it's okay. Just get it stuck behind a pillar and you'll be fine.
I have a question. What does the number 13 mean? Like, it's. I know
Bad
that one is
luck.
the. Huh?
Bad luck. It's 13. It's bad
I'm
luck.
not gonna take that. I'll do roll 20. Roll 21. It gave me a nat 20, but I mean, I'm not. I do all physical.
How you gonna get the natural 20 and then be a hater? I give roll 20 a chance. It just caps me every roll,
for you all.
Sorry, that's not right. That's not right for me. But it did pretty good though. There you go. I would be honorable. I couldn't be like, oh, roll 20 gave me a 20. It's like, no. I rebuke all digital dice. Oh wait, are we back?
Yeah, we are.
And I'm gonna change the health because somebody be cheating.
Oh yeah, that's true. Let me avoid the stream now.
All right. So I believe if my initiative order here is correct, Dewdrop is going first, and then Aspen, you will be up next. So Dewdrop, you see, you are able to see that the trees around you seem to be moving, but you are unable to see the entire thing. How would you like to proceed?
Hopefully not hit my friends, but I'm going to create a bonfire near where the giant sounds are being made.
Sure. Okay. I believe that is a dexterity saving throw.
Yep,
Am
for
I
you.
correct about that? Okay.
Wait, let me double check.
Yeah, unless you're lighting the fire under yourself, right?
Well, I mean, if you want to set yourself on fire, feel free. I won't stop you.
Far be it from me to, infringe on player agency. If you want to self-immolate, that's okay.
I also want Axel to be hit. Specifically.
Unfortunately, you cannot hit both of them, so you would have to choose.
I guess I'll choose the giant spider.
That is a 16 on the save.
You bitch. Go ahead.
Wow.
This stream is very clearly not getting the PG ratings. So
informative.
So does that do any damage on a fail, or is it save or suck?
It doesn't do any damage, but there is a area now that that is on fire. It's a 5-foot cube.
Yes. You have set a portion of this forest on fire, and you all can see now that this flame begins to spread, and you can see the branches and things that are on the ground begin to light. But you can see that the floor is kind of wet a bit, so the fire isn't spreading as quickly as it could be. But that could turn into a problem for you all later. Is that all, or for you, Dewdrop?
Let me see. I feel like that's all.
I'm waiting for like a werebear to come out of the woods with a hat and tell us only we can prevent forest fires.
Oh. No.
All right, that's it for me for now.
That's it. All right, Aspen, your deal. You're on deck.
So to clarify, my Drake is right there. What is going on with my Drake?
You are unable to see that, as it is 20 feet up above, or further above you. So basically, you all are unable to see the full body of this thing. It is in the canopy above you. At the moment, Dio can see it because of their shadow, so they are aware that it is there. So if you were to attempt to kind of aim at it, you would be doing so with a disadvantage, as you do not know exactly what you're aiming for.
Okay, so how would this work? Because I'm trying to think how interesting. So like, because the Drake I can use the bonus actually to cause the Drake to move. Are you saying that I can't do it because I can't see him?
You are unable to determine where the Drake is or what's wrong with the Drake. You just saw it. As far as you know, you sent it forward and it never came back. You don't know why.
Okay. All right. In that case, I'm going to use my Empower ability, as you see these flames start to develop from under and within their chest. And as this flame starts to develop, they unleash this major torrent of fire against this gigantic creature who needs to make DC save 15.
I will warn you that this action will set the forest on fire, and that is generally not safe for people in the forest.
Are they? Is the creature fiendish?
No.
Crap. Okay. All right. Dang it.
Question is, would Aspen be thinking about this right now?
In the forest, yeah.
Like, oh crap! It's a giant spider.
In the forest,
house.
Yeah, they are more nature based. I mean, they are a ranger after all. So they would take that into account. So in that case, they kind of like, you see like flame starts to build up in their mouth, and then they snuff it out with like an angry growl as they notice the terrain that they're in. So they're going to lean back to around here, use a bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark. So I'll give you an extra D6 on their turn. I mean D6 of damage. And then I'm going to use my longbow and start taking away at this dude. All right. So, and I'm going to use the daily marksman skill. So I give you.
You will be firing at disadvantage, to be clear.
Wait, why? Is it gigantic creature?
Because you can't see the actual body of the creature. So from your guys' perspective on the ground, you saw what looks to be like one of the trees kind of uproot itself, smack Reagan, and then pull back. You haven't seen the full spider, pretty much. Only person who's seen that is Dio, because their shadow flew into the trees and can see in the canopy.
So what are we seeing in front of us?
How far away is its body?
It's at least 20 feet up. From what you guys can see at the moment, there are trees around you, and then one of those trees kind of pulled up and suddenly smacked Reagan before going back into the ground. That is
You're
what
saying we don't see a torso like hovering above us?
No, it is. You don't see
20 feet in the air, Reed.
It is.
Well, when Reagan's lit up.
If you don't see it, it is you guys are on the ground, and this is a 20-foot tall gigantic spider in a forest of 20-foot tall
bright light.
So it is
5 feet, dim light, 5 feet, 20 feet above us.
That is,
all right.
It is another 10 feet higher past the dimmest part of your light, unfortunately.
Okay.
What about me? Well, actually, I'll ask about that on my turn.
Okay, in that case, then they're going to use their bonus action to take off their cloak as 2 wings starts to express from their back, 2 draconic wings, and they're going to essentially fly up in the air since they can't exactly see who this is. They're going to fly up to around, I can move up to 30 feet, so they're going to fly up 30 feet in the air to see what's exactly up top.
But so you are able to see this. What you realize quickly is that the forest, there is a clear forest, and then there seems to be whatever you guess it's a spider. It doesn't look like any spider you've ever seen. You can see the body of it kind of poking up above, and you gather that it is, I would say you're a survivalist enough that it is some sort of a hunter that hunts by hiding itself and then attacking. So you can see kind of the eyes now looking at this weird shadow blob, but as you look down, you can't see where each of the legs are individually because they kind of disappear towards the ground from where you're at. But you're able to attack.
All right. So now I should now be able to see my Drake as well. Is that correct?
Yes, and you can see that it seems to have been bound in some of the webbing.
Okay. In that case, I'll have I can shoot my 2 arrows. So let me go ahead and roll it. All right, perfect. That should definitely hit. That was an 18 on the die. So I'm going to do my 1d8 plus 11. Oh, 17 points of damage for the first hit. And
what was the hit roll?
It was 18 plus.
That'll hit.
Yeah.
All right, so
So
all right,
the
17.
the second one is a 19 to hit.
Did you add your hunter's mark damage to the first one?
No, I couldn't do Hunter's Mark because I couldn't see.
It. You're right.
Yeah, I couldn't see, so I had to use my bonus action to put off the wings to be able to fly. Now that I'm next to the dragon I can't use this reaction to give me a d6 of fire damage to the creature. I'll go ahead and roll that, and that's a 6. Perfect. So,
-6. Okay.
all right. And then for the second one, that'd be a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Right. 4 plus 11. 15 points of damage per second.
All right, another 15. And are any of these damages poison by chance?
No.
All right, then you're good to go. All right, fire. So the rest of you see Aspen take on the visage of the Celestial and disappear into the canopy above you. And you hear the impacts of 2 arrows striking something kind of hard, but with that kind of soft squish behind this, the arrow penetrates. Dio, it is your turn.
My shadow has seen this spider thingy. That's a concentration spell, so I'm gonna break that. And assuming I kind of have a better idea of where I'm aiming now, like because of what my shadow saw. I'm gonna try and hit this giant spider creature with Chronal Lance, which inflicts the ravages of aging upon the creature within range, temporarily discomforting them, but it must make a successful wisdom saving throw, or its walking speed is halved, and it has disadvantage on dexterity checks. Yeah.
I will say, because you would be ending your spell this turn, you would be able to see it for the spell, but next turn you won't be able to see it. Oh, well, okay. Well, I regret that decision. That's a 1. So its movement speed is reduced, so that's nice.
That's a crit fail, dog. What you
And
gonna do?
How much is the damage for this? I'm just gonna do keep it simple and just like double the damage because I don't have the critical hit deck. So roll that damage for me. We'll see what we get.
You make a save. I don't think I roll damage, do I?
Yes, you would still. Should still be damage dice for it. I'm not sure how many.
My app is not telling me because I'm doing it on my phone like a noob.
Let me look for you.
Don't even sweat it, man. You coming in clutch.
That's gonna save us a bit, but they can move. I'm pretty sure relatively far, be a gargantuan creature.
Oh, okay. So it just reduces the walking speed. Okay, and disadvantage on dex checks. Okay. All right. So yeah, as you see from your perspective, Aspen, you can see this creature seems to seemingly not become less aware, but it's almost as if the rapid eye movement begins to slow down a bit as it kind of assesses things, but it seems sluggish almost. It almost looks to your eye like it's been poisoned, but you haven't seen anything like that. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Dio? Right. Well, it is her. Not so friendly.
Man's term.
Spider creature. So as you see, I'm gonna say, actually, it's gonna use. This is just an attack roll. Actually, there's a 9 to hit you, my friend. Aspen.
Nope.
No, I can't. Cool. All right, so it's gonna make a leg attack on Dio. 21 to hit.
Oh wait.
Oh, we are going to take a very quick break here because we just lost somebody. Looks like the weather might be taking some people out. So we'll be back as soon as possible to see how they do this combat and see if they get out alive.
I figured the spider leg just missed Dio and knocked him out.
All right, and we are right back. Where I get to continue trying to eat these people with a giant spider. So
I would like to use my reaction. So I see the especially brand new friend who is a fellow half dragon. And they're just like, no, not today, fam. And they're going to use silvery barbs to have the reroll that second attack. And then they're going to give Reagan advantage on that on their next attack roll.
Oh, why? Thank you.
there's a 24
well, couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
So you take 7 piercing damage again as you see. This time a bit slower as this tree almost kind of uproots itself from the ground and goes sailing straight into Dio's chest. Because this thing has lots of attacks. See, it's gonna attack. Who's here? It's gonna attack Dewdrop.
Okay.
So 26 hit you, Dewdrop.
What is this
No,
modifier?
no, Ree. It doesn't hit me. The 26 does not hit me, Ree.
He rolled 19, so.
For 5 piercing damage.
So Ursa, you need to log in as a DM so you can get those rolls.
Pretty much.
It's gonna make an attack on you, Reagan. 14.
Oh my gosh. Let me see.
Please tell me
That actually doesn't hit.
Yeah, I'm about to say like 14. Come on, that should hit. You wear a plate, right?
It's gonna attack Reagan again.
Without plate. That's
What?
He's wearing medium armor.
How many attacks does he have?
Who got credit? Ray, who got credit?
It has attacks equal to how many legs it has. So that's a natural 20 on Reagan. So that's gonna be 18 points of damage. I'm sorry. It's a gigantic spider. I'm sorry.
Yes,
This is twice, dog.
He has many attacks as he has legs.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry. It's gonna attack Dewdrop again, though. So it's gonna attack Dewdrop again. Unfortunately,
does I'm glad I hit before this fight started.
Yes, Ree, it hits.
I only have one reaction, so this is
hits,
anybody else got shield or silvery barbs? Otherwise, we got problems.
8 piercing damage.
I've got shield, but I got crit.
Yeah, nothing you can do against that crit.
So it wouldn't have mattered.
It is Axel's turn. And what I will say, Axel, since you've been hidden and able to studiously observe what just happened, you are able to pick out which of the trees around you seem to be actual trees and which ones seem to be long legs. So I will say you can, if you choose to attack the legs, you won't be at disadvantage as you kind of, which ones are moving.
So, okay, because I'm guessing the thick tree canopy makes it so that even with like 60-foot dark vision, I still can't see like past.
You still wouldn't be able to see. Dio has told you generally where it is, so you could attempt to make that attack, but it would be at disadvantage.
Okay, well, I think we'll probably just focus on what we can see then, because you gotta, might as well shoot something. Better to shoot at something than to shoot at nothing. And if I'm shooting blind, then that's not a good time. So I forgot. We take a 5-foot step as a free action, right?
Say that again?
And then you take a 5-foot step as a free action. I don't know if it's changed in 5th edition.
Sure.
Oh yeah, your first turn in combat.
No, I'm just talking in general. Like during your turn, you can usually take like a 5-foot step that doesn't provoke an attack.
As
movement
it's
is
based
calculated separate.
on being within, you can't leave its range. I will say, since you've been watching, you know that 5 feet is fine because you've seen the legs of things move, so you know that being within 5 feet doesn't make a difference.
I was trying to avoid taking a bunch of extra actions.
No, you could.
But okay. All right. So he'll take a step back, just because this thing's wild. He doesn't want to be within range of those freaking tree trunks. Seems like a bad idea, just in general. So he's gonna step back, and then since this is his first round, this is the first round of combat. He's gonna go ahead and roll out those 2 attacks. So let's see. Let's see if luck's on our side tonight. And actually, oh wait, I can't, since I can't see the body, I can't cast. Well, you should be able to cast Hunter's Mark if you can see part of the creature.
I will say yes. Now that you've taken the time to see each of the legs that have moved so far, I will say you can cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay, so I'll cast Hunter's Mark on that. Hold on, check something here real quick. Yeah, okay. So yeah, cast Hunter's Mark on it, just to have a better kind of keep a better eye on it and get that additional damage. And then let's see if we can actually hit it.
All right.
Because that's the important part. So let's do it. Let's see. Number 1. Oh, that's not hitting shit. That's not hitting shit.
It's not.
So we're swinging a miss. And then let's see if number 2 is equally terrible, and that's a natural 1. So
no.
So he's just gonna like shoot himself in the foot probably, and then fall over, and then the spider's gonna hear him and probably stomp on him.
Sure. But yeah, sure. You did your best, Axel. You did your best. It's okay.
Probably
right.
panicking or something because he hasn't seen something this big before either.
All right, if that is your turn, it is Reagan's turn, and then D-Drop, you are on deck.
Okay. Who's this? I'm just checking something. Okay, it is a bonus action. Starting with an action. Well, first of all, action. Regan is y'all getting blessed at the 2nd level. Regan picks himself. Since I assume with that natural 1, he would now know that Axel was near him.
Definitely, yeah. You heard the bolt fly. You probably heard a cuss or 2. Yeah, you're pretty confident.
Okay, so Axel, Dewdrop, and Dio, because that's all he can see.
Honestly, oh, you know what? Actually, I'm a moron. Those should have been an advantage because you guys are up there attacking the thing, right? It's too late now. It's all wasted. But...
You talking about flanking or something?
Yeah.
Yes, for your roguish abilities, yes, it would have counted. But unfortunately, it's past.
It's too late. It's too late.
But next time.
Yeah, y'all getting blessed. So that means that as long as Reagan is concentrating on the spell, y'all get to add a D4 to your attack rolls and your saving throws. And yeah, Reagan would probably still be technically considered engaged. So he's got to stay in there. Is Radiant still bonus action?
Raging is a bonus action.
No, Radiant Soul.
Yes. I think
because it says I can end it as a bonus action.
Well, the OG version, no, it's an action to become a radiant. So
okay, yeah, start as an action, end it as a bonus. All right, well, that's it for Reagan then. Y'all blessed.
I mean, sometimes a blessing is all we need.
I'm going to use guiding bolt. And that is with the blessing 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
That does hit.
All right, let me just get my 46. Oh, and I cast it as a level 2 spell slot. So let me just get my 46.
Sounds like a lot of damage.
Well, I hope so.
It's,
I really,
You're
truly
always
hope
breaking
so.
my toys.
I break it. I really, truly do. Let's see.
You never let me have fun things, Liza.
That's too bad. So that's 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Somebody's got to remember.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And everybody now has advantage to attack the creature until my next turn. That's
Roll. What is your passive perception to drop?
Oh. $17.
You catch out of the corner of your eye, 3 of the legs seem to have cracked a bit. 3 of the trees around you seem to have cracked after that last attack.
Okay. Those 3 legs are cracked. Everybody.
Good job. Good job. Good job, guys. Good job.
Thank you.
All right,
I believe that's all my turn, so please remember that you all have advantage until it's my next turn.
All right.
We already have advantage. Just because of the flanking, I just totally forgot because I'm a moron.
Everybody do.
Everybody do.
It is
have
a gargantuan creature is too large to flank unless you are all like around it. I think that's how flanking.
It don't matter no more. He has advantage. Everybody has advantage.
Oh, so can I fly over the spider to where I could be able to see him and unleash my flames and only catch him and not the trees because he's gigantic?
I would say you could try it. What I would do is I would say you could roll a D100 afterwards, and it will give it a 25% chance of setting things on fire.
Okay.
Just
all right.
Trees.
So for his action, he's going to use Summon Beast to be able to pull out a creature that is flying to help assist him on this endeavor because this creature is huge. Perhaps one of the biggest creatures he's ever faced, and he doesn't like this. So he's going to use his action to cast Summon Beast. It'll be a flying creature. And then he's going to use his 2 empower points to unleash his flames as a bonus action. And he's going to have the creatures need to make a DC 15 dexterity.
And I believe it does that at disadvantage because of Chrono Lands.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh, no, never mind. Chrono Lands doesn't affect save. It just affects checks. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Never mind. But it's the thought that counts.
It's okay.
14.
Ah! Oh, my DC 15. Perfect. So it's about to take this 66 fire damage.
Oh, yeah.
Bow, 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 bow.
Some smooth fire damage.
Smooth. Jazz FM 98 WJLB. Jams your strong songs. Oh, ooh, okay, this is nice. Next. Plus 6. 32 plus 6. 28 points of fire damage.
Good God.
Delicious. Deliciousness.
I'm just here to cast Bless, dog.
Hi. Yeah, you're in the DM. I'm gonna cast high.
The forest does not seem to catch on fire.
Perfect.
From where you are flying, you can see now that, oh goodness, we've done. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, it looks to be 4 of its 8 legs seem to have broken at the moment, and you can see it's almost less stable. It's almost kind of, there's a slight like tremor or shake in its form as it kind of orients its eyes toward you.
Ooh, perfect. Well, they did their job well, and as their eyes kind of dart towards them, they're going to unleash a draconic roar, and then that's also the signal for the summoned beast to come in and try to attack. So they're going to attack as well. Here we go. Nope, never mind. The summoned beast did absolutely horrible. Tried to jump in on this Avenger train and rolled a natural 4. So they failed horribly in that attack. But they're going to fly back out. Yeah, it did its best. And that's
All
it
right.
for me.
Forgot the
Dio,
words
it
to Dragon
is.
Shot.
Dio, it is your turn. What would you like to do? Now
Alright,
I will
so-
say you can see it as it is on fire in the trees above you.
I already like slowed it up once with the Chrono Lance. So now I think just to add insult to injury, I'm gonna hit it with slow. Alter the time around it, and it has to make a wisdom saving throw or be affected by the spell for the duration. Its speed is then halved if it fails, and it takes a -2 penalty to AC and Dex saving throws, and it can't use reactions anymore.
Oh, the
Ooh.
4.
Yes, that was amazing.
Ooh,
It's up on the
nice.
4. I never can have cool things.
It's
Yo-
all bad, and my character came in like, how about some temporal quicksand?
Yep.
I never get to have any cool toys. But it is a slowed. It seems to be moving even slower than before. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I think that's all I have the ability to do at this point.
Yeah,
Alright,
Dio's like a
well.
straight up time master. That is awesome.
Much
Well,
needed
I
and appreciated.
believe this
Mhm.
creature can only attack once now.
Yes. Yay! Thank you. You have saved us, because that would have been harsh. And he attacks again. That would hurt.
It's going to attack Aspen. Oh, that's a 1. It misses. It's going to be unable to use its bite attack on the next round. All my cool things are broken. Axel, it's your turn.
It's okay. I seem to be broken too.
Thank you, Roll20.
Go ahead and let's take a pot shot. See if it works this time. Now that I remember, I have advantage.
And a D4.
All right.
Add a D4.
Oh well, I mean it's all right. It's high enough, I think. 22.
That'll
Let's take
hit.
a look. Okay.
Its AC is like is now minused by 2.
Let's add the rest of it then. So there's the crossbow damage, the sneak damage, and the hunter's mark damage. So 29.
1 second.
That dramatic pause. It reminds me of the meme, but it's someone that just like that. What did they just blink? Say, boop, boop.
To think that I missed the whole round of that. Like I would have, like I could say those first 2 attacks would have been like that. I failed would have been the first one, but I still could have rolled 2 more and I messed it up. So you got a free round.
I have news for all of you. Aspen, if you see suddenly this creature, you see the 5th leg on it seems to break apart, and for a moment it seems steady before it suddenly collapses down beneath the tree line. And you can see now where it's been, the trees and branches break, making a path down directly to the floor, the forest floor. Can I have everyone else make me a dexterity saving throw?
Y'all got to add D4s to it. I'm just saying.
Wait, I don't have to, right? Because I'm flying.
No, you're flying. You're good.
Charity, you said?
Oh, bam!
Natural 20.
Ursa,
Plus my plus 4.
where your die hard dice at? We gotta get you away from roll 20.
20.
Just want to play the game, dog.
27.
Okay, so yeah, total of 20.
For those who are watching, that was a natural one from good old Ursa. Roll 20 continues.
The game, dog.
Roll 20.
So,
These are recorded for quality purposes. Roll 20 has to explain itself.
He's been spending too much time being Dewdrop's coin purse. He forgot how to dodge attacks.
Dia, what did you roll?
Coin purse.
Did you say 27? Or 1 second?
17.
Oh, cool. So if you rolled above a 15, you take half damage. You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage. If you rolled underneath 15, you take 20 points of bludgeoning damage as this large burning spider crashes to the ground on top of you all. But it is
Even
still
if we're this
alive.
far away?
But where you are is technically in like the spider's space, since it is 20 feet and you guys are still within that range. So, but I can't like put it on top of you. It's more accurate to be like it's like here-ish, but I can't do this because it looks weird.
Well, shit! If I didn't,
So it's over
if
here.
I knew that it was within that space, I would have moved out because I can. If it's with, well, I guess technically, well, yeah. If its legs were within like 5 feet of me, I can take up to half my movement speed during its turn.
It's fine. This is in 3 dimensions and it's kind of weird, but it's far enough away for your abilities to work fine and for your intentions.
Okay.
But to deal with it, it's 3 dimensions and it's
It's
complicated.
okay. Nobody's dead. It's all right.
Yeah,
Except for him, maybe soon.
Well, it's still your turn if you wish to continue to do stuff.
Well, I mean, I'm probably gonna try to move a little further away from it. I can. Let's see. I'm just gonna move like. Oh wait, you say he's like on top of us right now?
Yes.
Like, he's just on top
You
of
can
this whole area.
as long as you don't move. Let me just do a thing. As long as you aren't moving more than like this. Actually, I'll say this far away. You don't have to worry about being
Outside of
attacked. So as long as you're within
range.
like that 15 feet range, you don't have to worry about attacks of opportunity.
Right. So, well, I know that if you, well, I don't know if they changed it in 5th edition because I know that.
Oh,
in
it
previous
has.
editions, you
It's
could-
slowed,
you could-
so it can't take reactions anyway.
Oh,
So
okay.
Yeah.
Well, shit. I'm just
Mm.
gonna. Well, I can't take my full. Wait, I can still take my full move speed actually because I just attacked. So.
Let me roll con real quick. Con
I
save.
let you be a guest and you completely destroy my monster.
Ah,
Let you
so
go
yeah, so let's
listen.
go.
I'm hurt.
5,
Be good. Okay.
10, 15, 20,
I'm hurt.
25, 30. Fuck, stupid spider. Whatever's gonna be flailing around the ground ain't gonna be flailing on me. Maybe I'll try. He's gonna be a tripod just stumbling around the damn forest, crushing everything in its path.
That's
Cat,
how I
what
did
do you want?
Okay.
Gotta drink some Red Bull because I needed some wings.
Is that your full turn there, Axel?
Yeah, I can't do anything.
All
else
right.
with it.
Are you gonna? Your next Dewdrop, you are on deck.
Okay, what is Reagan's current situation?
A gigantic
Definitively.
spider just crashed to the ground right in front of you, and it hurt, and the trees and things like that are broken.
The dragon
mean,
did a Sephiroth
I'm gonna
meteor
be
attack.
honest. Like Reagan got a natural 1 on that. So like, did he fall? Did something additional happen?
Oh.
I'd just say you went prone. I feel like that's a impact thing. I'll get the deck of negative and positive next time. We can. Let me see. I don't think I have that on me now.
That's
Oh, I
movement
do
to get up there.
have that on me. Hold on.
Well, here we
I
go.
will say I know
I
it's in there.
do. Wait,
Just not
I
used to use
do shuffle.
Bless you. Time for Ursa to follow the sword. The otter. Uh-oh. Oh no.
We're gonna go with this one. So your next attack does the minimum amount of damage possible.
Okay, ain't bad. Okay.
If you wanted to make it spicy, you could go from the top in descending order. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just roll a d4 and see.
Okay.
Oh no, it's okay. It's
So
okay.
Reagan uses half his movement to get up. And I guess he'll just lay on hands himself. He won't attack this time. Spend the whole pool he's got.
So when you think about him, you touch yourself.
I didn't think about that.
Can go up on
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, Reagan gains 10 hit points.
And
can Reagan use the rest of his movement point to move outside of engagement? Because this spider is like the equivalent of prone.
It's slowed, so yeah, sure. You can move freely. Actually, Dio, can I have you make a Constitution saving throw?
Oh, for the slow. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That face.
It's 22.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's still slowed.
Oh, it's still blessed too, so remember that. So yeah, Reagan will use rest of his movement speed and just get out of engagement range, 15 feet.
Axel just screams, "Run, you fools!"
Right here.
Lie, you fools.
Right.
And that's his turn. Yeah.
Dewdrop, it's your turn. Aspen, you are on deck.
Gotcha.
I'm going to cast another.
Fireball.
Nah, I'm gonna just guide and bolt it. Actually.
Sure. And
And
you can
then
make it
cast-
we can make it normal because
Yeah, it's normal. It's your turn again. But you do have a D4 to add to that.
What do you mean make it normal?
there's no
Guiding bolt
disadvantage.
gives you, yeah.
Oh. Alright, well, cool.
Unless you want it to be damage and you want it to be a disadvantage,
Ah,
I'll
shit.
do it.
Shut up.
Wow.
Wow, rude.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the water bottle. 19?
The baby's name is Water Bottle.
Does the
Roll
19 hit?
damage. Roll the damage.
Yeah, it
roll
does.
the damage.
I rolled it as a level 3 spell. Because I felt like it. Why not?
Sure.
Destroy.
Sure. Just destroy all my fun things.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25
many.
radiant damage, please. And then everybody has an advantage on attack to it, because that's what Guiding Bolt does. Until it's
It is the next attack that has advantage, not every attack for guiding bolts.
Are you sure? It says
Yeah.
everyone. Or is it just the next attack?
Unless you have a new guiding bolt. Unless they release DLC for guiding bolt.
Alright, well, I guess it's the next one.
Show homebrew, Doug. I don't know what you got in here.
I didn't make a new guiding bolt.
I made it. Whatever.
You guys have found a new guiding bolt DLC. Are you sure?
Yeah, sure.
I didn't know we were dropping loot boxes. Anyway,
Only $15.99.
What is it? 2K? Okay. So first things first. Now that it's on the ground, I should be able to hopefully have a better spot of using my fire breath if I get it back on top of this creature, right?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let me roll my d6. Woo! Perfect. I get it back. So, this is the plan of attack. This creature is definitely going to go down. First two things is going to be my attack with my bow. The first attack is already a natural 16. That should already hit. So I'm just going to go ahead and do my d8 of damage there. Okay, 4 plus 6. Oh yeah, and then I'm going to use my drakes to give me an extra d6 of fire damage, 4 points. Okay. So that would be 14 points of damage there. 2 of his fire, that counts for anything. I'm going to attack again with my bow from the top. Oop, yep, 14 plus 9. Yeah, that should definitely hit. That's a 23. Oh yeah, I get advantage. I forgot I was supposed to have advantage.
And a D4 if you didn't roll it.
Oh no, you didn't give it to me because you said you didn't see me.
Oh yeah, I didn't see Aspen. That's right.
Mm-hmm. It was an 18, but a natural 20. Okay, so just a D8 for this one.
Wait, you rolled a natural 20?
No, natural 20.
Not 20.
I wish. 4 plus. So the second attack is 10 points of damage. Then they're going to use their last power point to use their flame breath as a bonus action. So the creature's now going to have to make a DC 15 saving throw.
Roll me a D100. If the number is less than 5, you will begin to set the actual forest on fire.
Less than 5. Okay. D100? I never actually get to roll one of these. Okay. 93. Yeah, I'm good.
Just rolling.
How would you like?
No reason.
How would you like to do this?
Wait, you didn't even roll the? Oh, okay.
Yes, it has 4 hit points.
Another one.
Another one. So you just see his draconic wave just flying off in the distance, and you just see like these arrows just ping by, pew pew. One in one eye, another in the second eye. As he's screaming in pain, he's using that as their tactic as they fly by, almost like a stealth bomber, and pretty much just flame breath all on top of this creature, from one side of the spectrum to the other, as flames just wrap around them like a flame tornado, and then they flip down next to the group. That's them.
Someone who hates spiders, that is acceptable. So, as you all are recovering from the battle, this gigantic spider that you are intending to harvest for various parts is now a burning, smoldering husk. I will let one of you make a survival check at disadvantage to see if you can harvest anything at all from it.
How much time has passed?
Oh, since the fight's been about 20 seconds.
Okay, y'all still blessed. Y'all are still blessed then.
So does bless only give you advantage on attack?
Oh, it's just attack and saving throws.
It's saving throws. Yeah, you need guidance. Yeah, you need guidance. What's your survival?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So what's your survival?
Plus 8.
Okay, then you should do it.
Okay.
Just in case y'all take burn damage.
I can give you the help action to make it a flat roll.
But I will say, if you give the help action, because you are naturally resistant as well, you will manage to not have Axel taking points of fire damage from digging through a burning corpse. As well as the advantage.
Oh.
Yay!
As well as the advantage. So it's good. You managed to avoid damage. But roll it for me. You just roll it straight, because
roll it straight.
They cancel.
Because we're canceling it out, which is
11.
Do we still have that D4?
No,
not for bless. Not for bless.
Okay.
So
was that with advantage? Or did you just roll one?
That was straight. It was straight
roll.
because there was 2 of them. So you realize pretty quickly that burning things alive makes it very difficult to harvest. I will say with an 11, you're able to get one of its mandibles. So you could probably get that turned into something. And it's pretty decently big. It's like about this size. So you figure you could probably make a dagger or bolt, or maybe use it for armor or something like that. But not quite as much as you would have wanted.
Don't tell me what to do.
I wasn't. And,
Well,
and actually, as you all are coming to these realizations and discovering all of this, I think that is where we're going to stop our adventure for this evening. But so for those of you who have stuck it out with us to enjoy the chaos that is this game, thank you. I apologize, and I hope you come and join us again next week. And really quickly, we'll go through and have our wonderful cast here reintroduce themselves and let you know where you can find them. This time, we'll start with Glaza.
Hey, my name is Glyza. I am a person of many hats. I am a podcast host. Classical Adventures for One and Chewing Gum for the Brain are my podcasts. I'm a writer. I'm working on an audio drama called Nightmare Hunt, and I also am writing a couple of different things for different books, which is very exciting. I'm a streamer. I play only romance games and only games where I can date people, usually on Saturday mornings at my channel, twitch.tv/classical Glyza. I'm also a TTRPG performer, and I am definitely on double digits when it comes to the shows that I'm on. On Tuesday, T3RPG is when I release the shows that I produce on my channel. Currently, we are on hiatus until I have moved completely, so I'm excited to bring that back. Eventually, there will be 4 rotating shows, but right now, when I can, it's a lot of Powered by the Apocalypse one-shots. Every other Wednesdays, I play Alicia Lionor on Gods of Color on twitch.tv/Kira858. On Thursdays, I play Moira, a scholar who's suddenly a space ninja because of space magic with Esper Genesis Revelations at twitch.tv/Atomic Zero. On Fridays, I am a talk show host. Once a month, I guest host on Never Ending for a show called Trial Run. It is a show where I interview different TTRPG personalities, creators, players, GMs, and everything else in between. I create a character with them and run them through a quick one-shot. Trial Run is hosted again by Be Never Ending, so you can go check them out on twitch.tv. On Saturdays, also you get to see me on Fractured Destiny, again at twitch.tv/Kira858, playing a very tired older sister named Dewada. And hey, it's Sunday. I'm here. And you've already met Dewdrop the Genasi from Minnesota. If that's a lot, keep an eye on bio.link/Classical Glyza, or just check out @Classical Glyza on Twitter, because I do make all of my announcements there. And also, I guess I can be really funny, but I think I am a delight.
Well, that's all we got for tonight, folks.
You know what?
well-
If you wanted to say everything you wanted to say, maybe having a script would help. Because instead of just, "Hi, I'm Sir Monolith, not doing much."
That
That's
would be
right.
the script.
Well,
That's right.
well, right.
Called
well,
you out.
Right. Well, I don't know about all that, but it is Sir Monolith's turn.
Yeah, so I'm Sir Monolith. As she already gave it away, not doing a whole lot. Playing this game right now, as well as 1 in the morning, usually on Sundays at around 12:30 Pacific. So you should come check that out on Kira's channel. But yeah, there's some other stuff in the works, getting ready to move. So looking forward to that. And you can find me at Sir Monolith on Twitter if I happen to be posting anything, but not really super active there.
Right. Beautiful. And next up, Kira, tell us about yourself.
Well, hi, I'm Kira858. Of course, that classic Jazz FM98 WJLB strong song voice to you. You could be able to find most of our content, of course, at twitch.tv/Kira858, as well as our YouTube, The Cookout TTRPGs. We already have such a wide variety of content. I think I kind of explained it during the beginning of the session. So just make sure to follow us on our Twitter at the Kira858, as well as the Cookout TTRPGs. I will say we will have a brand new campaign coming up in the near future, sometime in June, and it's going to be a doozy. So just be prepared for that. That's me.
All right. Moving forward, Finger, your turn.
What's up, y'all? It is I, Ringer.
Your natural one
before
key.
your natural. How you gonna steal my line, big dog? Don't make me come over there.
I know you're gonna say it.
Especially after tonight, I got you. Kneel before your natural one king.
Yes.
Y'all know where to find me. I'll be on YouTube making bad music, SoundCloud making bad music. Twitch. I'll stream one of these days. Y'all know where to find me. Y'all know I get up to no good, always up to mischief. Go ahead, kick it in May.
All right, and last but certainly not least, melee damage.
Hi there, I'm Melee Damage. You can catch me on all the socials at whatever they are / Melee Damage. New video should be coming out in a little over a week. So definitely check all that out. Hopefully more streams and stuff coming up soon. Now that I figured out that my good camera only needed like a $20 piece of hardware called a capture card in order to look this beautiful, I will probably be doing more of my usual video game streaming coming up shortly soon on my channel. So hopefully getting that up and running soon too. Lots of things. But follow me on the socials to stay up to date on the most current whatever that I'm doing. Thank you. Words.
Words.
All right, and once again, we thank all of you for sticking with us and watching this wonderful group do wonderful things. And please be sure to join us next week as we continue the story and see just exactly what chaotic mess these people are going to get themselves involved in. Thank you, and have a wonderful rest of your night.
Take care, y'all.